it's like everything in life. What are your priorities? And the thing with our culture today, especially with social media, we have access to so much information, and it can be overwhelming at times. Yet, I heard a great definition for ego several years ago from a guy named Mike Bro, and he said, you know what ego stands for? It stands for edging God out. And what's happened in our culture, when you get discouraged, you say, hey, where's God at? Well, God's not moved. It's us that's moved, and we've moved away from him to things that we thought would bring us happiness. And yet, as I found out when I went through the flood and bankruptcy and divorce, that all that stuff is temporary. As one of my heroes, Wayne Smith, said, I've done a lot of funerals, but I've never done one with a U-Haul behind the hearse. You can't take anything with you. And so your faith has to become a priority, a relationship with God. And that doesn't mean you get to be on your knees, 30 minutes a day, but it does mean spending time with him. Any relationship of any substance, whether it's with your family or friends, is based on the time you spend with somebody. And so spending time with God's got to be a priority, and there's lots of ways to do that. One of my favorite ways, besides reading the Bible or going to a church service, is just listening to music. And there's so many different styles now. I mean, there's rap, Christian music, there's rock and roll, there's heavy metal. I mean, there's all kinds. And so music's one of the best ways that I connect with God and my faith. Also, sometimes just nature. I realize I must be getting older, but sometimes I can just see God in a sunset. And there's just so many things that he's created. But if we don't make it a priority, then we won't be able to keep our faith. And I always ask people, do you brush your teeth once a week? Everybody that I hang around with say, no, usually twice, 3 times a day. Well, people go to church on a Sunday morning, Sunday night, one time, and they expect that to fill up their spiritual tank for the whole week. And that's impossible. God's really good, and he do anything he wants, but we're asking him to do the impossible every week in our lives, and we just give him an hour on Sunday morning and think that's going to keep our faith tank full for the rest of the week.